Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. This is your host, Lansana Sako, with another edition of The Hidden Truth. Today's topic is about my community, Reading, Pennsylvania, in the United States of America. I am reluctantly doing this episode, because it is sad that I will have to talk about my community this way or see my community affected by the actions of people that are supposed to lead us. It has come to our notice for the past 3 years since the new Masjid Sabirin was purchased, that there has been tension between the two masjids. Even before that, the United African Association of Reading, which Alhaji Mohammed Silla was steering, and that I have humbly become the president of for the past 8 years, came up with a proposal that the masjid on Lancaster Avenue, Noble Street, the Islamic Center of Reading, was too small to accommodate the growing Muslim population, that we needed another masjid so that our community will fit in to do their salat, especially Juma prayer or Eid prayer. But that proposal was met with relentless, contentious opposition from other factions of the Islamic Center of Reading, which was very surprising to us, because because when you're building Allah's house, people are supposed to be happy, people are supposed to give their money. According to what it says, when you build a house for Allah here, Allah will build a house for you in the hereafter. That's what we were expecting, but that's not what we were met with. We were met with resistance. So therefore, what we did, we still continued and raising fund for that purpose. We rented a Hilton Hotel, and then we did a fundraising. In that fundraising, again, it was very telling that the Reading Islamic Center were not on board with us, because with all the people that attended, no one from that masjid attended that fundraising to build a house of God, even though they are the ones that are leading Islam in this particular community. We were expecting them to come in full force, in great numbers, with their money and their body and their kindness and their sweat, but we didn't see anyone. The only person we saw there was the vice president, totally saying something on the podium that was against what we wanted. But we didn't chastise him because of that. We let it go, and then we did our fundraising. Alhamdulillah, the fundraising was successful. We were able to generate at least 27,000. Out of that 27,000, we took out our expenses that we paid the hotel for the catering and everything, and the rest, wallahi, thousands and thousands of dollars, we gave it to the Reading the Islamic Center of Reading on Lancaster Avenue, so that we can start the process of having another masjid. But since they didn't want that, we gave it so that they can renovate the existing masjid. The masjid was renovated, it looked beautiful, they spent the money well, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. But still, we wanted another masjid because our population was growing. So a couple of people came together and went in search of masjid. Alhamdulillah, we were able to acquire a masjid on Windsor Street, 101 Windsor Street. That was a church, a United Methodist Church. So we purchased it, made it into a masjid. Wallahi, alhamdulillah, it's a beautiful masjid, and we thank all the brothers that participated in the hunt for masjid, and the effort that they put to be successful in getting us a masjid. Now, wallahi, we have a masjid that anything we want to do, we can be accommodated to do in that masjid. Whether it's some naming ceremony, whether it's wedding, any Islamic function, we do it there with no problem. We don't have to go outside to rent a hall. We have a hall, we have everything, alhamdulillah, thanks to the coordinators. But now, the problem here is with Lancaster Avenue and some people in the Masjid of Masjid Sabirin, which is on 101 Windsor Street. When this masjid was purchased, we did everything, or Abdul Fattah, Mohammed Silla, and all the ones that are members of the Masjid Sabirin, the new mosque, they did everything to accommodate the elders of Lancaster Avenue, which is the Reading Islamic Center, to be part and parcel of the new masjid. But they were met with resistance. I'm talking here, Allah is my witness. I am not siding any side. Wallahi, I am not siding any side. It's what I was aware of as an eyewitness, not as a third party, as an eyewitness. I have been there with the phone calls that were made to Marzuki, phone calls to Amit Chowdhury, which is the present president of the Islamic Center of Reading, just to encourage them to know that we're all one. My God, we're all Sunni Muslims. We're all Sunni Muslim. Both masjids were Sunni Muslim. Why should it be a divide? We should be happy that we have two masjids, but none of them has attended that masjid. The top guys in that masjid have not attended that masjid. And the masjid went beyond and above to try to bring them in, treated them like celebrities, like kings and queens, so that they will know that we're all brothers in Islam, we're brothers in faith. But up till now, I will tell you, it has been rejected by Lancaster Avenue. Now, as a member of the community and as a member of the former president of the United African Association, now the Reading Muslim Association, I am really, really disappointed more with the executive members of the Reading the Islamic Center of Reading. And who are these people? Saeed Al-Marzuki, Amit Chowdhury, the current president. You have not made any effort to come close to build the ummah of this particular city. You haven't, because the one way to spread Islam is for us to get along. If your house is divided, how can you fix outside your house? You cannot. How do you expect other people to admire us and join our religion when there is infighting just because of another mosque? That's a shame. You might want to deny it, that that's not the problem, but we know, Allah knows, that's where it started. Everything was in peace until a talk of another mosque came. So I know there are other little infighting, personal problems. I'm not going into that. I don't care about that. All I care about is what makes our community better. But now, the Masjid Sabirin invited all of you to come in the opening day of this masjid. None of you came from Lancaster Avenue, except few people that attended, and they're not in the administrative department of that masjid. Nobody came, as if somebody told them, we don't want to see you there. That is sad. A small town like this, you didn't come for the opening of God's house. It should be a celebration. But for you guys, it wasn't. And this is between me and Allah. I am not pointing fingers at anyone. And then apart from that, you never attended that masjid until one time during last year, the last day of the Ramadan, or 2 years ago, you came and you were treated like kings and queens. The place was exquisitely dressed fit for king or queen to be, just to show you that we are one, that you need to join the masjid in one way or the other. It's all God's houses. Wherever you pray is fine. But you came, and since you left that day, 2 years now, you haven't stepped foot in that masjid. And I know personally, I spoke to Amit Chowdhury, the the current president of the masjid on Lancaster Avenue, that my brother, this should not be the last time that you come here. We should come here all the time, because we're all praying to the same God. It's all Allah's house. Said, MashaAllah, I will come. I spoke to Brother Marzuki and told him thank you the following Friday when I went to pray at his mosque. And then I told him the same thing. He said, oh, no problem, Sako. But yet up till now, 2 years, come on. No excuse for that. None of you have been here. But the other part that bothered me most than this is the ordinary people that attend both masjids. Some people in the Lancaster Masjid are afraid to attend Masjid Sabirin on 101 Windsor Street for the fear that they don't want to betray Marzuki, Amit Chowdhury, and the upper echelons of that masjid. That is sad. You should not be afraid of human being. You should be afraid of Allah. Anywhere Allah's house is, nobody should stop you from visiting Allah's house. I don't care what ideology that person has, what they think. You should not embed yourself in the problem. All you need to do is worship God. But we have people that do that. Then we have people again at Masjid Sabirin that probably will not go to Lancaster Mosque because they don't want to disappoint Brother Fatah, they don't want to disappoint Mohammed Silla, they don't want to disappoint the committee members of Masjid Sabirin. That's sad. You should not enslave yourself because that's not worship. You should worship Allah, Allah alone. You should not be afraid of anybody. You should only be afraid of Allah. Just like I am speaking now, I'm calling the names of Marzuki, I'm calling the names of Chowdhury, is because I want peace in my community. They need to come together, sit on the table, sit at the table and talk about this and fix this problem so that our ummah will be better, the spread of Islam will be better. If you are fighting among each other or you have grudge among each other, there is no way you can spread the religion. This is not Islam, my brothers and sisters. Amit Chowdhury, Marzuki, Brother Fatah, Brother Mohammed Silla, all of you that are leading us in this religion, telling us that we should do the right thing. You need to do the right thing. Because I call this hypocrisy. Last year, we went to do Eid. There was a fighting who should lead the prayer. If we were getting along, there would have been no question about who should lead prayer. Should it be the Masjid Sabirin or should it be the Lancaster Mosque? It should not be that way at all. We should be one body, one people fighting for the same purpose, and that is to go to gain Allah's favor. But no, we have to fight over who has to. And then this Eid, just like last Eid, we're preaching there should be peace among us. I go to Lancaster Masjid, they talk about peace. I come to Sabirin, they talk about peace. I laugh within myself, peace, but then the people that are running the masjid are not in peace at each other. They're divided in their own house, they're divided in their own ummah. I call that hypocrisy. That's pure hypocrisy among all of you, and I'm not afraid to say it. You guys are hypocrites. If you don't come together and fix this problem, you're hypocrite. It's affecting my community, because even in my community now, when somebody passes away, you have one faction that is fighting to make sure that the janaza prayer is done on Lancaster Avenue. And then you have another faction that is fighting that the janaza prayer should be done in Sabirin, whichever mosque they go. Both mosques should be equal. You should not allow us to do this kind of things. These things are happening because of you, Marzuki, because of you, Amit Chowdhury, because of you, the ones that are in Masjid Sabirin, Brother Fatah, Mohammed Silla. I know for sure, Brother Fatah and Mohammed Silla, they have gone beyond and above to accommodate the Lancaster Mosque. The Lancaster Mosque is resisting to join the ummah of Masjid Sabirin, and this is wrong. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. If I offend any of you, I am very sorry, but Allah has commanded us to say the truth, and this is what I am saying. I gain no favor of saying this. I gain nothing to smear your name. I gain nothing to lie on you. Everything I have said here is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, and you know it, because I have been there. I've spoken to both parties. So if you don't like what you hear, you want to ban me from your masjid, both masjids, that's on you. That's Allah's house. I'll continue to go to both masjid. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. God bless you. May Allah give you the courage to come together and fix this problem so our community will live in peace. Thank you very much. That's it. You can stop it.